What do you do at those times that it feels really difficult loving your partner, or it has never happened to you before? My name is Amaka Chibuzo-Obi and I'm a marriage coach and counselor. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 3 tips that you could use to navigate this very tricky period so that you don't do something stupid that would cost your marriage dearly. And the 3rd tip that I'll be giving you today in this video, for me, is the ultimate. It's the very best, because once you fuse it together nicely with the 1st and 2nd tip, you're good to go. All right, so before I start, I know somebody out there is wondering, how is it that a married person will be finding it difficult to love their partners? Hey, see, let me tell you, anyone who has been married any length of time, 1 hour, 24 hours, 6 months, 1 year, 10 years, 50 years, will tell you one thing, that sometimes they could look at their partners and feel like, how did I say yes to this person? Was I drunk when I accepted this proposal? What was I thinking getting married to this person? It happens sometimes. And this is not because you hate your partner. This is not because your partner is probably not the right person for you. You could actually have an amazing marriage. You can have a fantastic relationship and still feel this way at one point or the other. I feel like it's natural. Even for us mothers, sometimes you could just look at one of your children or even all of them and just wonder to yourself, maybe if I just drop this person from balcony now, they will say I've committed offense. It happens. Sometimes things just come at you from different directions and you're not just feeling that love in your soul. So what do you do at a time like this? Because honestly, if you are not well equipped to handle this kind of situation, you may end up wrecking a relationship that is actually beautiful and that should actually end in bliss. And this is why I'm doing this video today. So when are these times that you actually find it difficult to feel love for your partner? I'm going to give you a few examples. Now, this is not exhaustive. There are so many times that this could play out in your life, in your marriage, but these are a few of those occasions. Number 1 could be when your partner offends you. Hey, in fact, there are ways that your partner would offend you like this, and you are mad, like really, really upset. You look at them and you can't just find that love that you used to have for them, because you're wondering to yourself, how is it that somebody that I love can do this kind of thing to me? Another time that it could feel a little bit difficult for you to love your partner is when it feels really hard getting them to see your point of view. So there is something that you want them to understand. There is something that you're trying to get them to see. But for some very strange reason, they are refusing to get from their side to your side. At those times, it can be really frustrating and difficult for you to feel that love for your partner. And another time this could happen is when you're feeling overwhelmed, when your head is full and, they don't seem to even see it. They don't seem to understand it. They're looking at you and wondering what's wrong with her. Why is she acting this way? But you know exactly what it is you're going through, and you can't just believe that they are not seeing it with you or they are not understanding you. At these times, it could be difficult for you to feel love for them. And finally, when you're just not in the mood, sometimes you're not in the mood for that feeling of love thing, and it's okay. We are not always in the mood for it. So sometimes you're just not feeling up to it, especially if you're a woman in your 40s approaching perimenopause and all of those mood swings and all of those things are happening. It could be difficult for you to feel love for your partner. So I've picked out a few occasions when this can happen. For that person wondering, how can they be happily married if there are times that they are not feeling love for their partner? It happens, so it really does happen. So now that we have figured out occasions that it happens, let's look at what we can do to successfully navigate these periods so that we don't wreck something that is actually supposed to be blissful. The honest truth is, so many people at the spur of the moment, because they were just feeling one type of way, have ended up taking actions that ruined the relationship and have their partners flabbergasted, like perplexed. I'm using big grammar, but you know what I'm saying. Have their partners shocked at how everything just went down south without warning. So for us to avoid that kind of situation, these 3 tips would go a long way to help you. The first one is recall the great times you have had with them. Those times that you felt tangible love for them. Those times that it was as if your heart wanted to burst with love for them. Take some moments to recall those times. And while at it, begin to count your partner's strengths, all of those amazing qualities they have. Because trust me, these times that it feels really difficult for you to love your partner, the tendency for you to forget that they are great people exists. That tendency is really, really high. So you want to intentionally and actively recall all of their amazing qualities, all of those things that made you fall in love with them. This will help reconfigure your head and your mindset concerning them. This will help you remember exactly who it is you're married to and what makes them amazing. All right, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is do not take any action based on what it is you are feeling at that time. Please, please, please do not. Don't take any action at that time that it feels really difficult for you to feel any love for your partner. And if possible, and I honestly highly recommend this, speak to somebody. If you have a wise friend or if you have a marriage coach, which I highly recommend, please, that is the time for you to call that person and tell them how you are feeling. What this will help you do is that person will help you remember. That person will help you offload and decompress and just lower the temperature of what you're feeling. They would help release the pressure in your head and in your heart, and it will help you see clearer. So please don't take any funny actions at these times. Talk to somebody, a wise person. Now, I'm sure you're wondering why I didn't say talk to your partner. Remember, at that time, you're not feeling any love for them. So maybe the last thing you want to do is to talk to them. And that's really understandable. So if you cannot talk to them, or, whatever it is that they've done to even bring you to that point is preventing you from speaking to them, then I highly, highly recommend that you find someone wise, someone objective, and if available, someone highly professional for you to talk to that would help bring your mind back into a safe place. And then finally, this tip is for people of faith. Talk to the Holy Spirit. Yes, talk to the Holy Spirit. Tell the Holy Spirit how you're feeling. Tell the Holy Spirit that you need his help. Tell the Holy Spirit that you don't really understand how it is you're feeling and you don't want to do something stupid to wreck your marriage, that he should find a way to help you. Trust me, he will. Just bring him into the situation, explain everything to him, and just ask for his help. Be calm and allow him go to work in your soul. Like I said, this third tip is for people of faith. It works for me, and I know it works for so many other people out there. So you may want to try this as well, and I believe it's going to work for you. So let's do a quick recap of the 3 tips that I have shared in this video. Tip number 1, recall those times that you felt tangible love for your partner. Those times that they were busting your brain with love, that they were choking you with love. Those times that you were really in love with them, that you thought you were going to pass out from the magnitude of love that you were feeling for them. Actively recall these times, and then also recall their strengths, their amazing qualities, their strengths, those things that you saw in them that made you even fall in love in the first place. And tip number 2 is talk to somebody. Talk to someone wise, someone objective, someone professional, if you have access to such a person, so that they can help you decompress, release the pressure, and help you see clearer so that you don't do something stupid. And third, for people of faith, talk to the Holy Spirit and ask for his help. Ask for divine assistance, as this will go a long way to help you navigate that very difficult time. So I hope this video has helped you. If it has, I want you to drop me a comment right now. Tell me what you feel. Tell me how you've been able to navigate those times in your own life. Tell me what tip really did it for you. Which tip actually resonates the most with you. I would love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends and loved ones so that they can also watch as well. And please, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel to encourage us to keep bringing all of these sorts of videos around marriage and wholesome living. My name is Amaka Chibuzo-Obi, and I am so grateful to have shared this time with you, and I hope to do so again in the very next video. Subscribe, hit the bell as well so that you can be getting notifications when a new video drops. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.